may not have to string two pieces of English words. You may not be able to do any, you may not be able to use a calculator. But God gives wisdom. Do you see it? Do you see it? So, in literature, in wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions. By the way, I'm going to explain this in context. He doesn't give you all the wisdom. No, he gives you wisdom in your field. He gave Bezalel wisdom in his field. He gives a doctor wisdom in his field. He gives an architect wisdom in, because have you ever heard of the word, a word of knowledge, a word of wisdom? You go to a lawyer, you have a case. He doesn't give you all his knowledge and his wisdom. No, he takes out of his wisdom and knowledge and imparts to your case the wisdom and knowledge you need to resolve it. Do you understand? Are you here? So watch this. They chose consecration. God gave them capacity. That capacity became visible and performance happened. Do you see it? You will see that sequence running through. Are you stay with me now? Are you here? Are you here? Remember what I said? God did what? This is where you have, this is where I think we have underestimated how good we can become. Look at what the Bible says. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, about which the king examined them. It had to be about the issues of the Chaldeans. It could be about the economy of the Chaldeans. It could be about the politics of Chaldeans. It could be about the politics of Nigeria. It could have been the politics of... Am I making sense? Look at what the Bible says. He found them how many times? Is it possible? Is he a respecter of persons? Did he say this was a special blessing only for Daniel and Abednego? Did he do that? You can be 10 times better. Are we? If we're not, what does it tell us? We have never asked for it. Are you here? 10 times better. Look at it. Conviction, God-given wisdom, excellence, access, influence. Look at the pattern. You see it repeating itself? Are you here? Conviction protected Daniel from corruption. Wisdom made Daniel useful. Excellence gave Daniel access. Faithfulness sustained Daniel's influence. I'm going to go to Joseph in a minute. Now, this is where I struggle with our politicians. And I'm praying for Pastor Ajayakwe when he fully recovers. You know what I mean? Look at what he did. He learned Babylon's language. You have to learn the politician's language. Don't come and be speaking English to people who don't understand English. You see wisdom at work? Without losing heaven's values. He understood Babylon's literature without surrendering his... He served kings without worshiping kings. Look at that. He became useful without becoming compromised. That's very difficult to do in this country without wisdom. Do you see it? Let's take it a little bit further. I'm going somewhere. Wisdom was the bridge in Daniel's life. His covenant identity, his public usefulness, his private consecration, his national influence, his spiritual sensitivity, his professional excellence, his relationship with God, his ability to solve problems of kings. Again, Daniel's wisdom was sphere specific. In other words, God did not just give them random information about everything. He gave them the capacity for the sphere to which they were placed. I'm saying to you right now, you see, some of us, have you seen some of the vagueness of our prayer points? You've never said, you're a banker, you've never said to God, I want to be excellent at finances. I want to have wisdom in this area. I want to have wisdom in broadcast. I want to have wisdom in that, in engineering. I want to have wisdom. We never do that. We just pray generally. Am I making sense? What happens to us? Nothing happens. You can't cope. Where is he going to put the knowledge? In that small little brain of yours? Look at. God gave them knowledge and skill in literature and wisdom and Daniel, and we said that already. In other words, Daniel chapter 1, he was trained. Daniel chapter 2, the dream the king could not remember. Number 5, Daniel chapter 5, the handwriting on the wall. And then number 6, Daniel chapter 6 or so, it says faithfulness under political conspiracy. You can see in every sphere, wisdom was what? Necessary. Let's go to Joseph. I want to show you the same connection now. Look at this. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. God will give Pharaoh an answer of peace. I want you to understand why this is so important. Joseph did not deny that he had skill. Neither did he worship his skill. He knew the source. Wisdom can operate through intelligence, education, experience, and skill. But it doesn't originate from those things. They can help. Am I making sense? But that's not your source. Am I making sense? Are you here? Are you guys here? Is this too deep? And now, therefore, let Pharaoh select. He wasn't even recommending himself for the job. Look at the condition. He says, let Pharaoh select what? A discerning and what? And what? Wise man to set on this matter. You say, set him over the land of Egypt. In other words, Joseph went beyond interpretation. He proposed structure. You know the problem with prophecies? I can stand here right now and prophesy to you that God has said 2027 is going to be your greatest year ever. He's going to open doors for you, foreign doors, international. I can prophesy. The problem is after I have prophesied, if you don't know the structure and the systems to build to fulfill it, you're still going to be stuck there 5 years later. Appoint officers. Look at what he said. Appoint officers. Store the food in cities. Prepare for the famine. Collect 1/5. Preserve it under authority. He had actually given the entire blueprint. He had given the blueprint out without fear. Some of you say, if the president doesn't call me, I'm not going to tell him the solution to the country's problem. You've heard that many times, haven't you? We shared this with the president. They didn't answer us. Have you heard that many times? Okay, now that they've rescued those children, do you see how quiet everybody is? Do you see how quiet everybody is? Not only that, did you see the tactical method that they used? Did you see the videos they produced afterwards? And they knew where these guys were all this while. But they had to do it in a systematic way. And I don't agree, it should have taken 50 days. But thank God none of them were killed. There was some wisdom there. Did you see any wisdom in it? Damn alone now. Well, we're all quiet now because they did right, Abi. Because we make money when they do wrong. Or we become more popular on their backs when they fail. Everybody's keeping quiet. Nobody's saying anything. They've moved on. People have moved on now. Between yesterday and today, they've moved on. Am I right? I want you to see the pattern again. Revelation, God showed what was coming. Wisdom answers what must be done. Strategy designs the response. Systems create repeatable structure. The country is preserved. The distinction is so important. Wisdom tells you what response any revelation God gives you requires. You want to start a business? People could have been in the business for 100 years and God says, I want you to come in. Now you have to ask him, what's the wisdom for this business? Am I making sense? Stay with me now. Revelation without wisdom may describe the future but leave people what? Unprepared. Joseph did not just interpret, he built. I said it all the time. If it was our prayer warriors, they would pray, Father, thank you for the 7 years of plenty. But those 7 years of famine, we bind it. We cast it out. It shall not happen under our own jurisdiction. God is just laughing because the dream was repeated twice, which means God was not going to change his mind. By the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be. You know what he did?